What's going on, y'all? It's Lodge Locks, and today we got the Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we are going to go to give you guys 6 NBA player props we love on the board for this Friday, April 12th, Flex Friday that we got Prize Picks. It's a pretty big slate on the NBA. I know I did upload a video yesterday, but there was only a couple games, just a small one. And today that we got a nice 6-game slate, so there should be some good ones. Last couple games of the NBA regular season, and there's a lot of games that play big factors in how the playoffs are going to be seeded and everything, so we're going to go and be attacking those games. But before we get into the picks, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It just means the world to me. Been grinding for you guys, trying to give you guys the best content, the best value, the best breakdowns that I can give you guys that finalist Prize Picks board. And it just means the world to me if you could drop that sub and just like and everything to help me continue to grow my content and my channel with you guys. With that being said, here's a little recap from last video. We went 4 out of 6. Unfortunately, Luka missed it by 1 bucket. If he got 1 more bucket, he would have cashed, hitting that 31 line. But unfortunately, they were up pretty much by like 20 the whole game. So there was like a lot of moments where he would take like extra long breaks because they weren't like really feeling the threat. They got up early and just the whole game. I know they made like a little end of game push, but unfortunately he could have hit anyway. He just didn't make 1 more bucket. He had a pretty off shooting night as well compared to what he usually shoots at around like 40-some%. So just unfortunate right there. Then Max Strus, he was looking good all the way until the third quarter. He literally didn't get any PRA in the whole third quarter. And the fourth quarter, he got some, but I guarantee if he literally got little anything in the third, he would have cashed this line, only missing by 3. So both these picks were close, just we didn't really get the edge. The name of the game is Prize Picks, and just the industry that this is. We're going to have to live with that. I'm not going to get the edge every time, but they were good looks. Even Max Strus, we beat the bump. He got bumped to 18.5. We got him at 17.5. So it was a good read overall, just unfortunately didn't go our way. But with that being said, we're going to bounce back in today's video, giving you guys 6 player props. You guys could use this in a Flex Friday whenever that one comes out. Again, it's a free promo of $20 up to a protected play. So you guys put in $20, risking nothing of losing it, and a chance to win money. So great deal right there. If I were you guys, I would hop on that. But with that being said, we're going to go and hop right at the players. With our player of the day in today's video, we're going to be rocking with D'Angelo Russell over his points and assists, his 21.5 line. Now, I love this line right here for him. I know we took him in like two videos ago against the Warriors. Unfortunately, he hooked by 0.5, so just fortunate right there. But as you guys can see in his last 5 games, his usage has been there, and he's pretty much been at this line every single time, only missing by 1 and then 0.5. So he's been pretty consistent recently. He's been averaging 35 minutes, which we love to see, along with 16 shot attempts, shooting 44%, 10 threes, shooting 40%, which is amazing. And against this Memphis Grizzlies team, they've been pretty solid defensively against these other positions, shooting guard, small forward, power forward. As you guys can see, they're all solid, but where they're most vulnerable to is that point guard position, which D'Lo's been playing and running well, being ranked 24th in assists allowed, which he's been thriving at. In his last like 10 games, he's been diming up pretty good, so his line's been at like 6.5, so really high for a reason. He's just been a good dimer, great just passer overall for this Lakers offensive team that's been kind of clicking more recently. And they're ranked 18th in points allowed, giving around 24.6 points, so he's been pretty solid on scoring as well. Again, as you guys can see, been averaging 16 shot attempts with over 40% shooting just overall, so great value on the board. His minutes have been consistent, and he's seen an uptick compared to these last couple games. In his last 5 games, he's been seeing 35 minutes on average, again, like I just mentioned. And if we look at their last couple of head-to-heads that he's had against Memphis, he's gone over this line 5 out of their last 8 games. As you guys can see, these 2 were really close ones. And then this one, he really didn't do anything, but that was all the way back in 23, like beginning of season. So as you guys can see, he's been pretty consistent with his numbers. As you guys can see, he's been averaging only 30 minutes in these previous matchups, his last 2, 26 and 29. So with the increase in usage rate that he's been seeing recently, right here, he's been averaging 35 minutes along with 16 shot attempts compared to what he was seeing in these last couple of games, only 14 shot attempts in 30 minutes. So with that increase in usage rate and just how he's hit over this line with even these less minutes and shot attempts, that should be more value for us to hit this line. He's really just been coming through for the Lakers, knocking down shots, and this is a great matchup for him to hit this line defensively. This Memphis team is weak to his position that he plays, so it should be a great pick overall. This is my player of the day. This is the one that I'm most confident in the day, so if you guys are going to take anything from this video, I would definitely go with this one. I know last video's player of the day didn't hit, but the 3 previous videos, all those NBA guys, the player of the day hit, so been pretty consistent with those. In March, 15 out of 18 hit for us as well on the player of the day, so we're going to be rocking with this one, trying to get that little streak going again. So 21.5 points and assists is our player of the day in today's video, so that's our first pick. With the second pick that we're rocking with, we're going to go by time. So when's the next game? I believe it's 5:30. Yeah, we're going to go Caris LeVert over his points and rebounds at 17.59. Now this is a big game for both Indiana and Cleveland. Both these guys, if we look at the NBA standings, Pacers right there at 46 games, and then Cleveland trying to hop up in the top 3, or they could even drop down. So even if the Pacers win, they could even tie it up with the Cavaliers in the record. So it could really fluctuate a lot. So this game's really important for both these guys. Whoever wins is really gonna determine how whichever guy goes up or lower significantly. So this game is important. Caris LeVert, he's been seeing an increase in usage rate recently. As you guys can see, his last 2 games, 36 minutes, 27 minutes. He's been averaging 30 overall minutes in his last 10 games. In his last 5 games, again 30 as well, along with 12 shot attempts, which is he's been shooting at a high percentage. 55% of those shots have been going in, and just shooting well from 3 as well. Taking 4.4 shot attempts, along with averaging 45% on the shots. So he's been playing well, and if we look at the shooting guard position that this Indiana team is against defensively, they're ranked 25th in points allowed to that shooting guard position, giving around 28.7 a game, along with being ranked 10th in rebounds allowed, giving around 7.3 a game. So they've just been pretty vulnerable to that shooting guard position. As you guys can see, the other positions, they're pretty solid, 10th on the center and 8th on the point guard, but shooting guard, they're ranked 25th, so that's pretty low. In his last 5 games, he's really been stepping up, just knocking down shots for these guys. If we look at their last head-to-head matchups, he's gone over this line 6 out of 6 against Indiana Pacers, so he's just proven in the past matchups that he could really go off against these guys. Even with only 30 minutes played, 26 minutes played, he's gone over. And whenever he does see an increase in minutes, which I could expect him to play, as you guys can see the game before, he had 36 minutes played, pushing 37. So I believe it should be another night like that where they use him significantly, especially with this matchup that he has. I believe he should go crazy, and just overall, this is a great line for him to go over. So this is our second pick, Caris LeVert over his points and rebounds. As you guys can see, his points is hot right now, but we're going to be rocking with the rebound aspect as well. So 17.5 for him over. That is our second pick. With the third pick in today's video, we're going to be rocking with Jamal Murray over his points, rebounds, and assists, his 28.5 PRA. Love this line. He's gone over this 80% of his last 10 games, so 8 out of 10. He's been just playing super good, and if we look at his last 5 games, he's been averaging, except the reason why his minutes are so low and his average is because of this game, which was a blowout. But other than that, he's been averaging over, I would say, 32 minutes a game in his last 10 games. And he's been taking a lot of shots, as you guys can see, pushing 16 shot attempts a game, along with making 51% of those. And on the three-pointers, he's been taking 5 a game, making 52% of those. So a great number right now. His line's fluctuating up and down. It started at 26.5, went all the way up to 28.5. And as you guys can see, it's just been really fluctuating. So we're going to go take it right now that we have it. It's a great line, and just love the value. If we look at him against this Spurs point guard, that defensively rating that they are playing against, they are ranked 28th in points allowed to the opposing point guard, giving around 26 points a game, 13th in rebounds allowed, giving around 6 a game, and 11th in assists allowed, giving around 8.4 a game. So he's proven in his last couple of games that he's just been going off, even if he gets less minutes. As you guys can see, 27, he's still banging this line out. And if we look at their last couple of head-to-heads, he's gone over this line his last 3 games. As you guys can see, this one was a blowout, 25 points. But in their last couple of head-to-heads, they've been keeping it pretty close. So I believe this is another big game for the Denver Nuggets if they want to keep this number 1 spot. Timberwolves and Thunder right behind them, so it could fluctuate if they lose this one. So I expect him to go crazy. It should be a good matchup for him. And again, just vulnerable to that point guard position and giving up points. He's proven in the past 19 points, 24 points, 15 points, and 10 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds, along with 7 assists on average against them in the last 3. So he's just been super consistent, and this is our third pick. Jamal Murray over his, as you guys can see, his points line is hot right now, but we're going to be rocking with his PRA, love this line, and his points to rebounds prop is hot. So that is our third pick. With the fourth pick in today's video, we're going to be rocking with RJ Barrett over his points line. Love this, his points and assists is 23.5. Love this line. RJ Barrett's been killing it recently. As you guys can see, in his last 20 games, he's gone over this line 80% of the time. Last 10 games, 90% of the time. Last 5 games, 100% of the time. So this dude's been killing it. Rest in peace, his brother. I know he recently passed away, but he's been going crazy ever since that tragedy happened. RIP to him again. But if we look at his numbers and his usage rate, he's just really been consistent in his last 5 games. He's been averaging 33 minutes along with 19 shot attempts in his last games. So he's really just been shooting the rock, getting his shots up. And if we look at this stat-wise that Miami gives up to his shooting guard position, they're ranked 14th in points allowed and 19th in assists allowed, giving around 26.7 and 6.5 to the opposing shooting guard. So this is a good number for him. If we look at his last his last head-to-head matchup against Miami this season, he had 36 minutes, only 14 shot attempts, and he still had 26 points and 3 assists. So with the increase in shot attempts and just everything that he's been having recently, taking 19 compared to the 14 line, 5 over, so we're going to go take that any day of the week if he hit well over with only those 14 shot attempts compared to the 19 that he's averaging right now, and then just being pretty mid to his shooting guard position. That's a great number for us to hit this line. So we're going to go with RJ Barrett over his points and assists. He's been handling the rock a lot as well, just being really involved offensively. As you guys can see, his points one is hot right now, but we're going to be rocking with the assists as well. So that is our 4th pick, RJ Barrett over his 23.5 points and assists. With the, and with the 5th pick they're rocking with for today, we're going to be looking at his teammate Trent Jr. over his PRA, his 20.5 line. This dude's been killing it as well. These two have just really been carrying this Toronto team. They've been having a lot of injuries. And his last 10 games, he's gone over this 10 out of 10. His last 5 games, obviously 5 out of 5. But if we look at his recency in his last 5 games, he's been taking almost 18 shot attempts along with shooting 50% as well. So him and RJ Barrett just been going crazy. They've just been really carrying the load for this team, and his minutes have been there as well, averaging 33.7 minutes a game, and he is another shooting guard on this team, so his numbers have been pretty consistent as well. Again, I just broke down the rankings, but in his last head-to-head matchups, he's gone over this line 3 out of his last 4. This one, he only missed it by like 1, as you guys can see, got hooked right there. But last matchup, he had 28 points, 18 points, 23 points. So he's damn near been hitting this line with his points alone, and just with the whole way he's been playing offensively, getting those assists and rebounds consistently for his team. Just great value for success right there. And again, them just being really weak to that position, him and RJ Barrett play, should be great value for success. Only 25 minutes played and 30 minutes played in his last 2 head-to-heads compared to his, on average, 34 minutes played in his last 5 games. Again, more value for us to hit this line. So this is our 5th pick. We're going to rock with Trent Jr. over his PRA. As you guys can see, this is a hot play as well. 4.2K people are already on this one. It's hot for a reason. So we're going with those 2 guys. And then with the last pick of the day, we're going to be rocking with Anthony Edwards over his 31.5 points and assists. Now, I know he's only gone over this 3 out of his last 10 games, but if we look at his last 5, 60%, 3 out of the last 5. He's been at this line every single time, basically, except for this Phoenix one, which is a really low-scoring game. I'm not sure what was going on there. They were just off totally. But in his last matchup, he only missed it by 2 points, or 2 points and assists. So he's been pretty consistent. His usage rate has been there. He's been averaging 34 minutes in his last 5 games, along with 22 shot attempts and 47% shooting from those shot attempts. If you look at his last 2 head-to-head matchups, he's gone over this line, both of them, against this Atlanta team. This is his hometown. He's from Atlanta, and he's been taking 23 shot attempts against them, along with 27 minutes on average against them. So this is a game where I believe he should really go in there, and it is an important game for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. As you guys can see, they're fighting for that number 1 position. So if they win this, Nuggets lose, they're really tied again, and then I believe there's one more game for both these guys after, so it could go either way. So this is a really important game. He should really step up to the plate, and in his last 3 games, he's really been proving himself. 51 right here, 26 right here, 25. Unfortunately, he got hit with the hook right here, but he's going to bounce back today. That was against a solid Denver defense. Now he's going to go against a weaker Atlanta defense. If you look at the shooting guard position, which he plays, Atlanta, they're ranked 19th in points allowed and 19th in assists allowed to opposing shooting guards, giving around 28 a game and 6.5 assists. So again, great value. It's proven in the past matchups, past 2 head-to-heads, that he really thrives in these matchups. He's gone over this line with his points alone, so just with the assist aspect, which has been diamond up recently, just having the ball in his hands primarily for this Minnesota offense, it should be great value for him to hit this line. So we're going to be rocking with the over on Edwards' points and assist line. right here. So this is what I'll be rocking with for my Flex Friday. Again, you guys don't have to tell all these straight up. You guys could use whatever information you guys like from this video that you guys think is best in your own interest. Again, my player of the day is D'Angelo Russell over his 21.5 points and assists. Love this play right here. But I'm going to be rocking with this for my Flex Friday, my $20 protected play. So you guys can rock with it as well, or even just take whichever players would create your own. But these are the guys I love on the board, and I believe these ones are the best value that we could get right now. So that is pretty much all I got for this video. Again, D'Angelo Russell, player of the day, over his 21.5 points and assists. Second pick, Caris LeVert, over his 17.5 points and rebounds. Third pick, Jamal Murray, over his 28.5 PRA. Fourth pick, RJ Barrett, over his 23.5 points and assists. Fifth pick, Trent Jr., over his 20.5 PRA. And then lastly, with the sixth pick, Anthony Edwards, over his 31.5 points and assists. So these are my 6 I'm rocking with, and that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with those post notices on. It would just mean the world to me, giving you guys the best content, trying to give you guys the best breakdowns and the matchups that these guys have, and just the consistency that they've been receiving recently, and the upage and usage rate. Just trying to do all that research and find the best value with that, and just overall matchups. But with that being said, that is all I got for today's video. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's eat today.